Hello, my pickle friends and followers. Welcome to All Things Pickle. I am your host, Princess Pickle, and today we will be trying classic dill spears made by Grillo's. I'm very excited to try these pickles. Although they were on the pricier end, I got them for $7.49 at Target. And Target tends to be a little bit more expensive, so maybe it's just a Target thing and not a Grillo's thing. I won't hold it against them. But I've heard very good things about Grillo's. I've heard that they're delicious, although I have heard that they're a little bit overhyped and that the jar is a big problem. It malfunctions quite a bit. It is pretty leaky, so I will be the judge of that, and let's get into it. Looking at the ingredients, it seems to be, now these are their words on the back, crisp, clean, fresh ingredients. So the ingredients are cucumbers and brine, and that's it. And the brine consists of water, distilled white vinegar, salt, garlic, dill, and grape leaves, which you don't see in very many pickles, so I'm excited to try. Let's do it. Okay, a little bit leaky so far, but not the worst that we've ever had. It smells good. It smells like pickle juice. I think that I see a couple things floating in the brine. I see what looks like dill leaves, definitely a lot of garlic, and I was not prepared for how filled, like packed to the brim with pickle juice this is, but at the bottom there are grape leaves that I tried to show you, but I can't. The color of this brine is pretty clear, I would say, but this is very difficult to, oh my god. Okay, yeah, I would say the brine for the most part is clear, like maybe just a little bit foggy. I'm gonna take that piece of dill out so I don't choke on that. We'll see how it tastes. Bottoms up. That is good. That's good brine, I can't even lie to you. It's like just the right amount of vinegar that it isn't quite bitter, but it's enough to hit the spot for a vinegar lover like me. It tastes like good pickle juice, and I like that there aren't really any there aren't at all any dyes or anything to make it like bright yellow, like a lot of different pickles. Shade intended, but that's good pickle juice. I can't lie. Now let's get into the actual pickle, the main event, if you will. Okay, well, off the bat, these just look like classic pickles, warty, which we like, aesthetically pleasing for a pickle. They just look like typical spears, nothing out of the ordinary, and I'm very excited to try. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. The crunch is amazing. They have great crunch, or at least this one did. The texture is like a normal pickle. I wouldn't say that this is slimy at all or anything like that. The outside is a little bit warty, but that's just the skin. I would say the inside is definitely firm, crunchy, good classic pickle. But the taste, it doesn't pack that much pickle punch. It is good. It's a good pickle, but the brine is a lot more flavorful. Tasting the brine, I would have expected the pickle to be more flavorful. But the flavor itself is good. It tastes like the brine. It's not very salty, I would say. It's more just like a little bit sour, but not enough that I would put it in the sour category. Just enough that I would say it's a pretty good pickle. Now it is time for the pickle breakdown. So, out of 5, I would give the marketing for this probably a 3.5. Now, it would be higher because I do love their little pickle man, the little Grillo's dude hanging out with the flip-flops. However, look at this jar, people. Oh, why is it making me a liar? Oh, yeah, you see that. It does it for a second and then it goes away because it knows that I'm reviewing it right now. That's so odd. But yeah, you should not tip a pickle jar and it will spill all over your hands and your setup like this. So I have a complaint about the jar for sure. But otherwise, I would say the marketing is pretty great. Like I say all the time, people want to eat clean, organic, healthy pickles, which I agree with, but I also don't mind a neon yellow pickle. But these are definitely that. They are clean. They are also Massachusetts-based company, which I like a lot, very local. And yeah, I think the marketing is pretty good. I also think that they have a lot of marketing through people who are reviewing it and just hyping it up like that, which I think rightfully so. I think that a lot of the marketing, you don't really see like Grillo's commercials or anything like that. It's kind of word of mouth, which I like a lot better. For the brine, out of 5, you know what we have to do. We have to give it one more taste for the breakdown to be true. There's a lot of dill floating in this, I can't even lie. So like if you are a pickle juice enthusiast but don't really like things floating in your juice, this probably is not the pickle for you. Personally, I don't mind. I think the more the better, but yeah. Okay, bottoms up. That is some good brine. I can't lie to you guys. I think I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 5 because I'd like to say that no pickle is truly perfect. There's always room for improvement, but this brine is pretty damn good. I can't even lie to you. I think that it is just the right amount of salty, just the right amount of vinegar, and it just brings out the pickle. And there's a little bit of garlic in there too. You can kind of taste that. It's just overall, it's good brine. We'll do crunch first. Now, this pickle is a little bit thinner than the one I tried before, so not as much crunch factor, but still very good. I think overall, I would give it a 4 because it's one of the crunchier pickles that I've tried, which I very much like. I'm always on the lookout for crispy, crunchy pickles. And it just has the right amount of crunch. Again, I wouldn't give it a 5 because I think that there's always room for improvement. And especially this pickle is a little bit more soft just because it's thinner. That happens, you know, when you're sitting in brine, you soak up the brine, you get a little soft. It's all right, it happens. But yeah, overall, I would say pretty good. Now, for texture, I would give it a 5 out of 5. I would say it's a pretty good pickle. Pretty firm, pretty crunchy, not very soft, which we know that Princess Pickle does not like in pickles. And the outside, just classic pickle, couple warts, beautiful, gorgeous pickle. I can't lie to you. For taste, we have to do one more try. Now, it hurts me to do this. Although that, so far I've really loved these pickles. I have raved about them. I think that I'm gonna have to give it a 2.5 out of 5 because they just don't pack that much pickle punch. I would expect them to be a lot more flavorful and really soak up that flavor from the brine, but they didn't really do that. They're still good pickles. They taste good. They have good flavor, but I wish that there was more. What I think I could pair these pickles with, honestly, a bag of barbecue chips. I'm sure that I've said that before, but for these very like vinegary, briny pickles, I personally think that together, like the smoky, kind of almost meaty flavor of barbecue chips balances it out and goes very well. Where do I see myself eating these pickles? Probably on the beach, catching a tan, all relaxed. Also that way, when the jar spills all over me and my clothes, I can go rinse off in the ocean. I need to stress this so much to my pickle people. These are not bedside pickles. Do not put these on your nightstand. Do not bring these into bed with you. Put them on a plate and bring them into bed if that's what you must. But do not bring these near fabric, anything that you don't want to get wet with pickle juice. That is my number one problem, I would say, with these. is the leaky jar. I really got to get on top of that. Out of 6, I would give these pickles a 4.5 because the brine really impressed me. The marketing impressed me, although the jar, I had to take some points off for that, and also the 2.5 of the actual pickle, that played a role as well. Based on my criteria, I would 100% recommend these pickles, although I think that they may have been a little overhyped with the flavor. I think that the hype is pretty understandable. I think that overall they're good pickles. I would recommend them. The price, they were pretty expensive, but again, I heard that these were pretty bougie pickles, and also I got them at a Target. I'm sure that if I got them somewhere else, maybe at a Stop and Shop or something, they would be probably half the price, but not too much on Target. Don't sue me. For accessibility, again, I'm really not sure where else they have these other than Target. That's just where I happen to find these. I haven't seen them at Market Basket, but maybe I've been looking in the wrong spots. So I think accessibility is a little bit iffy, but I know for sure you can order them online, although I don't love to really order pickles online, but to each their own. I would say that these pickles are pretty unique, so I don't have any dupes off the top of my head for this. Maybe I'll find one in the future and I'll let you guys know, but for now, these are pretty much in their own lane. They're pretty good. Alas, the time has come, my pickle friends and followers. If you like this video, smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, and comment down below what your favorite part of the video was. And send this video to your pickle friends so I can get more pickle followers. See you next time.